Alex here with another video on high conflict child custody. In this video I will cover your spouse testifying, or girlfriend, or boyfriend, or whatever. Husband, wife, girlfriend, boyfriend, maybe even mom, dad. When you bring these people in court to testify, I'm not going to say I'm not going to say it's useless, because it's not. It just has to be done in a delicate way. The court knows their relationship to you. It's not necessarily going to be that they take it with a grain of salt, the testimony is taken with a grain of salt. It can still come off convincing, and it can still be believable. But I just wanted to do a really quick video on what not to do. Don't stress your witness out. You know, your wife, your husband. The last thing you want to do is stress them out about it, about how they have to say this exact thing or mention this exact thing in this exact way. You want them to come off as natural as possible, because the court or your opponent's attorney is going to expect that this person who's really close to you, like they're your husband or your wife, that they might lie for you, and that they might refuse to tell some ugly truths about you. And so the last thing you want to do is coach these people, because it's almost, okay, if I did this video like 2 or 3 years ago, this is what I would have said. If you use your wife or your husband or anyone really close, they can do almost no good for you, but they can do a whole lot of bad. So if they say anything bad, the court's going to believe it, because they're your husband or your wife or your mom or your dad. They're right there. They're super close to you. If they say anything good, the court's just going to think, they're just being nice because you're their kid or whatever. Same thing. This is what I would have said 2 or 3 years ago, which means basically don't bring your parents to court, don't bring your wife, husband to court. But I have seen some examples where it has worked. And how many examples have I seen? I haven't seen many where it's worked. I haven't seen any where it hasn't, though. Okay, what I've been watching a lot of hearing videos lately. Most of them are in Clark County, and what I usually see is either they don't bring anyone close at all, so no husband, wife, girlfriend, boyfriend, mom, dad, they don't bring them at all, or the lawyer will bring your close relative or whatever, and it comes out pretty good. So I have seen some examples of where it can work, and all I can really say is they sounded believable. They sounded authentic, and they didn't sound like they were like stressed out by the person they were trying to help. They sounded like they were a little bit stressed out by the other parent, the abuser. In this case, it was pretty clear that they were the abusing party, and their testimony came out believable. So I can't say what I would have said 3 years ago, 2 years ago now, because I've seen some examples where, one specifically where a mom was brought into court, and she did great, and she came off super believable. And I can't remember any specifics now in any other cases. In my own case, my wife came to court, and she testified, and I remember specifically thinking to myself, I'm not going to stress her out. I'm just going to, there's a few times when she was present and some testimony is needed, but I did not sit down with her and tell her, everything's riding on you. I did not stress her out and give her anxiety about how critical it was that she have my side, and that she say this list of things, and that she lie about this or lie about that. I really didn't tell her much at all, because I knew in the back of my mind that was going to backfire. And the only real thing that I told her was, try not to get mad, because I was concerned that she, I don't know, that she would just look like hateful and angry. And then when court came, she got mad. But in the end, the judge believed her more because of it. So all I can really say is I'm starting to see examples of where this can work. And I have gotten vibes. I haven't seen hearing videos, but I've talked to a few people where it didn't work. And I kind of got the vibe that they were stressed out because their spouse didn't do what they said. And all I can really take from the people that I've talked to that said it didn't go well, and the videos that I watched where I saw that it did go well, and my own experience where I saw that it did go well, is do not try to script your spouse or whoever into saying very specific things. Don't try to build your case around them. They don't need that kind of pressure. in the case that I saw, and in my own case, my wife was not the star witness, and neither was the mother of the husband in the case that I saw on the video. I wish I could remember more details, but I mean, I'm going through so many things. I mean, and I'm not even just doing YouTube, really. I'm doing a lot more. Anyway, they weren't, don't make your, I don't know, maybe lawyers will say something different to you, but I wouldn't make this person a star witness. It's so much to put on their shoulders, and I mean, I've seen it work in situations where they were useful, they provided good testimony, and they were believable, but there was a lot more besides just mom, besides just hauling mom into court, besides just bringing your wife to court. There was a lot more going on in my case and that other case. And all in all, it really, I saw that it can work, and I just wanted to do a video on it to talk to people about this, because it can be really hard, especially when you feel like you've got no one on your side but your girlfriend, boyfriend, wife, husband, mom, dad. And it can be so hard to not just like, to call them and stress them out. I hate to use the word stress them out, but that's what it is. A lot of people don't like going to court, and to just feel like someone that you love needs you so much, and that you have all this pressure on your shoulders to help them win their custody case, and it'll come out in court. I mean, when you're not just speaking freely and just at ease as you can be on the witness stand, it comes out, and it's you're a sensitive witness because of that relationship. You know, it's not like you're a teacher. You know, it's not like you're a teacher and the judge is just going to believe you just because you're just not really connected to anyone. You're separate. You have your own job. You teach the kids in school. It's you believable. Like when I brought in the dentist for my modification of child custody hearing, the dental hygienist. When these witnesses came in, they weren't connected to me. So for them, it's just, they can just talk and the court just believes them. But it's really, really, you got to do it right when you're bringing in somebody who's too close to you, because you know, a little bit of what I said, I would have said 2 or 3 years ago, kind of does apply. I mean, if you do things right, you can get a favorable outcome with a witness like that. But if anything goes wrong, you know, if anything is disfavorable to you, it's going to come off very convincing if, you know, your mom says something disfavorable about you. So, and they may not do it intentionally. You know, some lawyers are really savvy and they'll ask a question in a certain way that doesn't sound like it's harmful to you, but it ends up being that way. I think in my case, one time my ex had a witness. It was her boyfriend. Actually, it was her friends with benefits. She said that on the record. He came on the stand, and my attorney questioned him. I did have an attorney at this one hearing. She questioned him, and what did she question him? That he didn't know was an issue. It was, oh right, he was testifying to the fact that there was conflict at the exchange. And my lawyer brought up, well, did you know that that wasn't even her custodial day? And the guy was like, what? I didn't know that. And so it totally like threw him off, and all of the questions that came after that made this guy think, oh my God, what am I doing here? Like, what if I'm trying to help somebody who's a bad person? Why was she there? And it's like, all of a sudden, this person who was supposed to help you is destroying you. And he's not meaning to, he's just freaking out. So this could happen to you if you bring in a boyfriend or a girlfriend and your opponent has a good lawyer. So anyway, hopefully this video is useful. I think a lot of people that I talk to do, like, their go-to witness, especially right in the beginning, is mom, dad, so that they can say you're a great parent and stuff like that. And if you have an attorney, they'll be able to sort of go over the pros and cons and sort of do that in the best way possible. But if you're representing yourself, you're taking a real risk to bring a witness like that without any kind of experience, without knowing what's going to happen in the courtroom. And being so close to your case, the likelihood of you applying so much pressure to that witness that they just can't be convincing in the courtroom because they're just so afraid of what to say. So if you have any questions about this, leave a comment, hit the like button. I might be able to give people more specific details regarding my case and when my wife testified. She did a great job. She did get mad, but I mean, the judge believed her, and it kind of made me say, I'm glad you got mad. I mean, it really, it really worked, but my wife was like, I wasn't trying to fake it. I was just mad. I was just mad. And so, I mean, I guess that's why it was so convincing. And anyway, another side note before I end this video is it's okay to say I don't know. You know, just let your witnesses know that. I don't know why I'm mentioning this now, but this has saved me many, many times, because my witnesses have sometimes been questioned, like in a way like, oh, you know, answer this question, and it's like, no, just if you don't know, just say you don't know. Anyway, I might do a separate video on that, like on you know, questioning witnesses and stuff, and I might cover the whole I don't know thing. But you know, if it's the truth, use it, because it's the truth. It's okay to use it. And sometimes when people bring in a really close witness, like a mom or a dad or whatever, they're afraid to say they don't know, like they might be letting you down. Like, oh my God, my son needs me, and I'm in court, and I'm his witness, and I don't know something. Uh-oh. Like, no, it's okay. It's okay to say you don't know. Then you'll sound more convincing, and you won't sound like you're just making stuff up. So anyway, kind of a little bit of a tangent there, but a little bit relevant. I'm going to go ahead and end this video now. If you have any questions, as I mentioned, just pop them in the comments below. With that, I'll end this.